Gachiakuta episode 6, One Good Strike. Oh, this one was such a banger. We get right into the episode with the support team and Rudo trying to get out of the area that they fell into. Gris is about to go check on Zanka and he sees somebody approaching the group who he thinks is him, but instead it's the Dreadhead Raider. And I will admit, he makes quite a swaggy entrance for himself. He wants Rudo to come with him, and he does say, yo look, I didn't kill Zanka. I could tell he was a little strong, and I respect strong opponents, so I just knocked him out. But he might not be able to get up. Camera comes to him, and we see that he's paralyzed from venom. This kind of surprised me here because I'm thinking Dreadhead dude is ruthless after what we've seen him do to that other no-name merchant guy that we saw in episode 1. Gris and the support team, they not letting Mr. Dreadhead just take Rudo that easily. So we get into a little brawl, hands start flying. And something that I peeped, as Dreadclaw, I'll call him that for now, I do not know his name yet, he's fighting. And he says to Follow, yo, you got potential. Camera cuts to Follow, his hand holding his weapon, which is like an axe thing, which, yo, that's some foreshadowing right there, because one thing we know about Follow at this point is that he is training to become a giver. So the fact that Dreadclaw can see this in him, that's big. He looks at Gris though, and he's like, nah, I'm good off you. I'm not really interested in. Let me tell you something. I'm interested in anything you guys feel about this episode and anything you have to say. I'm gonna be reading the comments from the last recap at the end of this recap. So make sure to stay tuned in if you commented. And if you didn't, why? Hello? I want to hear from you. I want to talk to you about the show. So Gris, oh Gris just feels like your good buddy. Maybe a unk type feel, maybe like your cousin or something. He's a good guy and he's willing to protect Rudo. He's willing to protect anything that has worth. That's what he says to Dread Guy, standing up to him even though he's unarmed. He's letting it be known he will protect his teammates at any cost. Dreadclaw tries putting him down and Rudo is even like, yo, Gris, stop, man. I'll fight him. You don't have any powers. You're unarmed. Don't do it. But it's literally too late because Dread pierces his body with his claws. And I think that Gris just got blown. He is fully pierced. It's scary. Oh my God, this show is crazy. We end up taking a trip into flashback land where we see Rudo has always had an anger inside of him that he could not explain. Recto tries to give him an explanation when he comes home and he sees him banging his head on the wall to the point where he's bloody. And he's like, listen, this anger probably stemmed from the fact that you feel like your parents threw you away. How about instead of feeling that and succumbing to those feelings, we go out and find something to give you purpose. So they go out, they try some stuff, playing soccer, cooking, a decent amount of activities. But the one thing that gets Rudo going is when we see somebody throw out some trash. Rudo runs to the trash as soon as they walk away and he picks out the trash and he starts crying because he's like, this item has so much life left. Why would they throw this out? This is cruel. And you can see and you can hear in Rudo's tears, his emotions are really talking. I like how they do this. I like how this is written because it's subtle, but it's so overt. Rudo sees himself in that thrown away trash, and it's there where he finds his purpose. He says, I want to fix this. Recto speaks upon this, and it's like he's speaking to us, saying that Rudo is able to see the worth in what other people might think is trash. He's able to see the worth of objects that others can't. So now back to the present, we find out that our boy Gris, he's not boomed. Luckily, by the gods, he's good. And his amulet from last episode that he uses as a lucky charm to pray to return safely for missions, it falls into Rudo's hands and it transforms into, I don't even know what to call this. It's on the screen right now. Embrace it, become one with it because it looks so fire. Gris is bleeding out, but not to the point where he can't analyze and talk to us as the audience, saying that Rudo's power isn't just to turn whatever he touches into a vital instrument, but it's to bring out the full worth of objects. which kinda sounds like the same thing, just reworded to sound even more swaggy, but listen, I will take it in this context. We got Mr. Dreadclaw literally drooling over this transformed object, and we finally get his name, Jabberwonger. I personally enjoyed calling him Dreadclaw, but Jabberwonger isn't bad. Like, is it Jabber because he jabs with the claws? I don't know. Grizz bleeding out at this point in time, even more than the last time he analyzed the situation. He is able to analyze the situation once more. He is very resilient in getting out the information that we need to know as a viewer, and I appreciate Grizz even more than I did in these past 2 episodes when he tells us that Rudo, the reason he wasn't able to use his powers in the last fight is because his emotions were clouding him. They were mixed up, they were jumbled, therefore he couldn't draw out his power. But now he's found his resolve, because Rudo even said, like, yo, Chris helped me realize what I lost. I was being aimless with my actions, but now I remember what drives me. Great callback to the flashback we just watched. And good thing that he remembered, because this is the time that he needs to draw on the power. Which, let me talk about this vital instrument. This show is going to be so fire and appealing if Rudo is able to have all of these weapons, because with this weapon right here, I don't know what the name of it. That's something that I've been saying almost every recap episode, but it's like, dude, how come we're not giving things names? Like, there's no name to this weapon. It's just like, oh, he picked up the amulet. Even the amulet, I don't think had a name. Or did it? Can somebody remind me in the comments? Like, what's going on? But the power of this object is that it can sense any ill intentions towards Rudo and automatically move that person out of the way. Not Rudo. It makes their attacks miss. Also, when it locks his eye, it has an eye. You'll see it on the screen. You see it right now. It is able to paralyze the opponent. Rudo takes this chance, and Rudo abuses these windows to physically punch Jabber in the face, in the mouth repeatedly, Driss style. The first punch is so sweet. He punches the shit out of Jabber. But something we learned in this fight, it doesn't take long. Jabber, he's pretty sadistic. He likes the pain. He wants to receive pain as well as dish it out. As psychotic as he might seem, he has very high battle sense, because it doesn't take long for him to come up with new tactics and strategies to understand the powers of Rudo's instrument. He's able to make smoke screens, send rocks flying, to make the deduction that, yo, your instrument only detects intent. Hostile intent. It doesn't pick up on things with no ill intent, like the rocks I sent flying towards you. So how about this? I'm gonna take my vital instrument, this claw thing called Mankira, and I'm gonna stab myself. And with this neurotoxins in me, I'm gonna become an unconscious monster. And I'm gonna beat you up, Rudo, and I'm gonna bring you back. Yo, and that's how this episode ends. Jabber has crazy speed and his tactics have been very sharp, but now that he's unconscious, combined with that speed, maybe he'll lose the ability to be such a adept tactician. But it's looking like the tables might turn. We were in Rudo's favor, but I will say, Zonka, I think he has more willpower than what has been shown so far. So how long is he gonna remain paralyzed? I don't know. I really don't know. Will Rudo pick up another weapon and transform that? That's also a possibility. There's so many possibilities so far in Gachiakuta, and episode 6 has really opened that up to me. It feels so good. I'm so hyped for episode 7. We're keeping the hype going. Woo-hoo! I wanted to say some words, but all I could get out was a woo-hoo! Yo, so shout out to you guys. These are actually the first couple of comments I'm getting on the Gachiakuta recap video, so I really do appreciate you guys. RN Jedi, what's happening? I'm really enjoying your Gachiakuta reviews, discussions. Keep it up. I'm loving the series, bro. Me too. It's getting so hype. It feels so good. Have you read the manga? Oh wait, I'm caught up on the manga and the series keeps getting better. Bro, don't spoil, but I'm sure that the manga is insane. Is the manga over right now, or is it currently going? The art is probably so good in the manga as well. It's good to see you in the comments, bro. I appreciate you so much, Jedi. Blue Roses 1709. Gachiakuta is my favorite anime this season. Blue Heart from Blue Roses. Shout out to you, Blue Roses. I don't think I ever seen you in the comments before, so I appreciate you. I had to sub, yo. Shout out to you. Good point. The border is very important. Woo! Ooh, I won't say much since I'm a manga reader. However, if you rewatch that scene of Rudo falling through, you will see something. Thank you for the awesome video. Yo, Blue Rose, thank you for that. I think I'm gonna look back at it because it was definitely such a amazing visual scene. So maybe I'll pick up on something. Yo, I'm hype even thinking about it. Manga Metalhead, what's good? I think this is your first time I'm seeing you in the comments as well. Hello, welcome, man. Pain Pudders in the comments today. Gachiakuta is fire. I was showed your channel by a friend of mine and I really dig your gachi content. Yo, thank you so much, bro. Shout out to your friend as well. Who's your friend, bro? Is he in the comments? If he's not, tell him to comment on this video. I got to keep talking to y'all about this show. I appreciate you and I appreciate everyone that is tapped into these videos. Guys, hit that like if you made it this far. Hit that sub if you're new. Episode 7 is gonna be a movie. Like I said, I think Zanka and Rudo are gonna team up to fight Jabber. We need Grist to get saved. I wonder if there are people with healing instruments, because that is what we might need. Obviously, Jabber is our op, but I do like him as a villain. As a first villain, he's so fire. I love how he's kind of a maniac that just loves to fight. I love his speedy tactics. I like his vital instrument, the claw, the Mankira. So great. Pain Pudders. See y'all next episode.